Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Kansas City Chiefs football player Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend Kayla Nicole is back in the news. Now, why is Kayla Nicole in the news? Well, Kayla Nicole is going viral for her proclamation that she does not look like someone who would go 50-50 on bills. In fact, she was on Angel Reese's podcast, and Angel Reese brought up the 50-50 split deal that was a bone of contention during her relationship with Travis Kelce, who is now dating Taylor Swift. And she said, hey, do I look like somebody who would go 50-50 on bills? And it was Cameron who brought up an interesting point. He said, what does someone who goes 50-50 look like? I mean, what does that look like? And I really want to know, how do you spot somebody who look like they're going 50-50? Because if you think looks is what defines a person that's going 50-50, then you got a lot more living to do. Here's the deal about that, fam. I think it boils down to this. In fact, before I give you my thoughts, give me a thumbs up if you're cool with the 50-50. 50-50. Thumbs down if you say, nah, man, ain't no way a man got to pay for everything. What are your thoughts? I'll give you a few moments. Okay, time's up. Listen, fam. This all comes down to what works for you. What we have in here is a classic old school type of mentality and dating versus modern dating. And I'm telling you, fam, it's a clash of the titans. And I do believe that modern dating is losing. That's right, I said it. I believe that modern dating is losing. I present to you Exhibit A. From my understanding, Travis broke up with Kayla. So Kayla wanted Travis, but Travis didn't want Kayla anymore. And here Kayla is talking about, do I look like somebody who would go 50-50 on bills? No, you don't, Kayla. You look like somebody who would go 100% on the bill. Because that's what you're paying now, 100%. Ask anybody out in the dating field right now and they'll tell you ain't nothing out there. They'll tell you. It's hard, man. I'm glad that I came up in an era where this type of behavior was not happening. In fact, it was happening, but it was a very, very small percentage of women who had that type of mentality, that entitlement, and that, it's all about me. F you, you're just here to serve me. What can you do for me? And you gotta buy me, if you're gonna send me some money for lunch, it's got to be at least $100 because you know how I roll. It's got to be $200. If you're gonna take me to dinner, you gotta spend at least $500. Whoo, man. In fact, I came up in an era where you didn't even send women money for them to get something to eat. If they ate off you, you kind of ate with them. You went to lunch with them. You went to dinner with them. You didn't send them money so that they can enjoy lunch by themselves at home or hanging out with the girls and all of this type of stuff. This dating world today, man, boy, it is madness. Now, I don't know why Kayla and Travis broke up. Don't know if he was the problem or if she was the problem. I can say that it sounds like, from what I've heard her say and what I've heard him say, she sounds like she's the problem. I mean, to say, do I look like somebody who would go 50-50 on bills? Do I look like somebody? And it's also keep in mind, ladies, for anybody that's defending her, she talking down on any of y'all who are going 50-50. She's looking down on y'all like y'all look like somebody who might go 50-50. The thing is this. Travis is now in a relationship with Taylor Swift, who got all the money in the world. So now he left, what's her name? Kayla. He left her for, well, he didn't leave her for Taylor, but after he finished his relationship with her, the next relationship was with Taylor Swift. He's now in a relationship with Taylor Swift, and he don't have to spend any money because Taylor Swift got her own money, and I'm sure 50-50 is not a conversation. However, although Taylor Swift has her own money, I'm sure Travis does spend money on his woman as he did when he was with Kayla. Because let me tell y'all something, fam. I don't care how much money a woman makes. Women in general operate like this. Sorry, ladies, I gotta put this out there. Your money is our money. My money is my money. That's how women operate in general. Some of y'all don't do it like that, but most of y'all do. Most of y'all think your money is our money. My money is my money. That's how most of y'all think. So even though Travis is dating a multimillionaire, that ain't his money, that's her money. Now, I don't know how much money Kayla is sitting on, but I don't think that she have Taylor Swift type of money. In any event, women who behave like this, who talk like this with this sense of entitlement, they really make themselves look bad, and they do a disservice to the gender overall, because now there are men listening to these women talk, and it just sounds like a whole culture of get over women. You know, it's like get over, serve me. That's all you're here for. That's all you're good for, is to serve me. Oh, and by the way, give me a baby so I don't be lonely when I'm older, right? But I don't really need you to do anything else. Oh, and that's right, pay this child support. So a lot of dudes are not really seeing the benefit of being in serious relationships and being committed, or getting married. Ladies, let me be clear. I love y'all to death. I really do. I don't know what I would do without you. But I gotta say this. Some of these women out here are really making your job hard. And they're making those who come after you job hard also. I'm really glad that I grew up in an era where I had an overall opinion of women that was good. Overall, my opinion was that women were good people. There were good people out there. There were good women out there. I'm glad I came up in that era, because today, when you turn on that damn internet and you see all of these women talking all this crazy talk about their requirements for a man, their expectations just for a date. I'm talking about you're not even committed, you're not married, you're not any of this, and they're talking about an ideal first date would be to go out on a yacht, and he got to give me $100,000 and a Birkin bag, and I'm like, what the hell? Let's get back to the 50-50. You know, sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, sometimes it's 100%. What the woman is doing, that's not ideal, but sometimes it works out like that. There are cases where some women held it down while the men went out there and put the work in chasing that invention or that dream. And, maybe he was an athlete or something. Perhaps he was trying to start some type of tech company or whatever. Maybe he wanted to go to law school. He went to law school. While he was at law school, the woman was holding it down. And family members clowned her, talked about her bad. He don't have a job. But she saw something in that dude, and she helped build that company. She helped build him up. And then when he got it, he shared it with her. Now, obviously, there are cases where when he got it, he moved on and divorced or whatever, or she divorced. Most times it's women who filing for divorce. But in any event, they broke up and she moved on. That could happen whether you're successful or not. These relationships are not guaranteed. All I can say is, if you are going to get into a relationship, if you're going to enter into a relationship, just make sure you're healthy, you're emotionally stable, make sure you're emotionally healthy. That way you don't mess something up, and you don't mess up a good thing, right? Because a lot of times we go into these relationships and we all messed up in the head, and we don't know how to maintain a healthy relationship because we're not healthy. So it would behoove you to get yourself together first before you try to get somebody else together. A lot of us, we go into these relationships and we thinking that, it's all about us. How can you serve me? I don't operate like that. Let me tell you my secret sauce. I'm gonna tell you what my secret sauce is. Y'all ready? Ask not what your significant other can do for you, but what you can do for your significant other. Yeah. And it always comes back because that person appreciates what you do for them. You don't sit around and you don't keep score. Well, I did this. Well, you do this, I'm gonna do this, or I do this if you do this. No, I don't do all of that. But before you can even get to that point, you gotta first of all pick one that works for you. That's the key. Get that one that works for you, and all that other stuff works out. It works itself out. But one more time, back at the 50-50, I think people got to do what works for them. Because if you had told that woman who did the 60-40 or the 50-50 or the 70-30 in either favor, that it's not going to work if she do that, then perhaps she wouldn't be married going on her 40th year, 50th year, 60th year. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.